Okay, good evening. Second last. Okay, just quickly what Logistick does is that it provides niche expertise in sustainable freight transport solutions, and that's a bit of an area that it's one of those situations where you don't know what you don't know, and people generally don't actually realise that there's other things that can be done with freight transport. So it is very much an area most people don't even know exists. What we do is run training seminars, the main one being a 2.5-hour seminar called Future Freight, and that's basically to download all these types of solutions, particularly the ones that have come from Europe. Planning workshops and consulting as well in that area. And I guess my talk's probably a little bit aimed to the students in the room, because I'm very much at the early days of my venture as compared to the previous speakers. My start point for how I got into this was that my background was that I worked in the transport and logistics sector for 13 years. I had an English Lit degree, and you know, one of my great things on my resume is that I won the Shakespeare Literature Award. But anyway, I guess I'm just making that point because I wanted to do something for the environment, but I thought, when I found out about the environment, but I thought, how can I help? I'm a literature sort of person and a T&L person, and I really don't have a head for science at all. But anyway, I was really quite, when I started hearing about the emissions and the oil stuff a few years ago, I really realised what an impact this would have on freight transport and supply chains, and I was trying to work out how on earth we're going to deliver food and supplies to people without, in this sort of circumstance. So to answer this problem, I went back to uni to upskill and just research this question myself. And yeah, getting work, I had probably some lucky breaks. I won the Department of Infrastructure Women in Freight Award. At a number of industry events, I just seemed to bump into people who were interested, literally in the elevator and things like that, who were interested in the topic, and cold call people and through assisting others. Why I went into small business, I guess for the young people, is, again, my complete aim with the whole thing is that I want to help the freight sector transition to sustainable solutions. I want to contribute, and this is the best way I can get a best bang out of the buck out of my skills and my background and how I can help the best. But there's obviously was no job title for this area. Most people hadn't even heard of it. And I thought the best way to disseminate it is just running seminars and getting the information out any way I can. And I wanted to do it in an energising and fun way, with using music and interactive activities and so forth. And I put there also, I want to be able to act with complete integrity, and what I mean there is that I sometimes think you're compromised if you're working for an organisation. You can't criticise the way they're going with the new ideas. There's a delicate balance, so at least I'm able to just speak the truth and what I think needs to be done. Thanks.